What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down Chase Claypool and his route running ability. We're going to talk about how receivers can run a dig, how they can run an out versus press, and then we're going to talk about some blocking technique that receivers can use to just make themselves a little bit more dangerous in the run game, all right? And guys, if you want your routes broken down just like this, check out that link in the description that says submit your film for a breakdown. Hope to get you guys signed up on that soon. Let's get started. So the main thing I want to talk about here is this dig. Now, he's going to take an outside release, give him a square cut at the top of the route, and then he's going to give a triple move off the line of scrimmage, okay? So let's watch this thing full speed, then we'll break it down. So 1, 2, 3, holds the DB inside, initiates the contact, breakdown, stick, outside, gets this DB jumping outside, okay? So now, in the release here, you probably heard some NFL receivers say they like to think in thirds, right? So everything's in thirds because if you just go 2, the DB might not bite on 2, but he's definitely going to bite on 3, right? Because they're maybe not used to seeing 3 moves off the line of scrimmage, but also it sells more with my upper half. Now, here's the deal. I want to take an outside release, right? So if he's trying to jam me off the line and trying to get hands, all I got to do is beat his left arm, and if I get him leaning to the inside, he's going to be here, and if I get that left arm off of me, his hips are going to lock, and I'm going to get some space, and that's exactly what happened. So he goes 1, 2, 3 here. Now I want you to watch his upper half. His feet are quick, and his upper half is what's moving him, right? And you see how he's pushing off the inside portion of his feet right there. That's how we get some explosion. Now, the 1, 2, 3 to the inside, it holds this DB here. He got all his weight here, and now we're initiating the contact with our hands, and we're swatting this offhand by, right? All I got to do is beat the left one. This right one is not a factor because I'm trying to take an outside release. So again, gets his hands off of him and looks what happens. His hips lock. He's being physical. Now we got this outside release. Now we're going to be able to get some separation. Now, when we burst upfield and he's trailing us, he's got no hands on us. So all I got to make sure that I do is I restack, or he doesn't really restack him all that too much right here, but I got to give him some kind of fake to the outside to get some separation while I'm trying to run a dig, okay? So you see how he comes up to the top here, snaps it down, breaks down. Now when he sits his hips down like this, we're trying to draw this DB in. We're trying to get him to expect a reaction because DBs are taught, when you watch him sit down, that's when you're going to be expecting a break, right? So now I reverse it on him. I sit down, but then I give him a quick shoulder fake, upper half fake to the outside. I sit down, jab to the outside. Now you see because he turned his body, DB, that's where he's looking. He's looking at these hips. He turns his body. That's going to make him jump to the inside. And now what do we got? We got a lot of space. Make sure I accelerate off this break in the red zone. That's a lot of space to work with, especially at the NFL level. Great job by Claypool here. Let's watch it from a different angle. So again, break down, stick to the outside. Head and shoulders, get this DB to lean to the outside. That's all we need. He probably could have been a little bit more violent with his feet, but he's a much bigger guy, so that's understandable. Accelerates over the middle. Let's watch it full speed one more time. So 1, 2, 3, burst upfield, give him a fake to the outside, get him leaning outside, accelerate back to the middle of the field. Great job here by Chase Claypool running this dig route. Okay, so now we're going to be looking at an out route off of this rocker step here. We're going to talk about how this rocker step, it's really just all about your upper half and your feet being quick, okay? So again, he comes off the line here. Another thing I want to address, you see how this DB's inside leverage, right? Now, what does he do? He angles his stem so he squares up this DB. Why wouldn't he just run straight up and run this out? Because that DB's going to have an easy time making a break on it, right? Anytime he's lined up way inside leverage like this, I want to angle my stem and attack him and square him straight up, okay? So when I square him up here, now you see what's happening. He's attacking. He's in a back pedal here. Now, what coaches might teach is, this DB needs to stay inside leverage, right? He needs to keep backing up, needs to keep trailing to the inside. Okay, fine, so be it. I give him the same move. I hold him to the inside. Now I got freaking 20 yards to work over here to the outside, right? So whatever this DB does because we angled our stem, he's essentially wrong, right? Because if he drifts too far inside, I got all this room here, and that's an easy play for the quarterback to just throw this thing to the sideline, let me go get it. Or if he stays in a back pedal, that's when I give him a move right at the top, right? So he ultimately stays in a back pedal here, and you see this rocker step. Now, we're selling like we're going to be going post. Now, normally when we angle a stem like this, guys, we could be running a dig, and that's why DBs are told to maybe keep this leverage, so if he does decide to run a dig, he's got an easier break on the ball. But because he squares him up here, and he's in a back pedal, and we go 1, 2, it's more likely to get him to jump to the inside, because why? His feet are sudden, right? He gives this quick 1, 2, but look at his upper half turn. His hips and his shoulders are separate from his feet, so when he goes left here, his body turns left, and then he comes back right to sell, like he's just going to maybe be running a post, maybe going to break this thing off on a dig, and what does that do to the DB? DB opens up the gate. Now I'm in a good position here. I'm in a low position. Low man wins. I just got to make sure I keep accelerating out of this break. Ball's a little late and a little behind him, but you see we're able to come back to it. That's a great route by Chase Claypool. Let's watch it full speed one more time. So again, attack that midline of the DB. Get him either in a back pedal, sitting inside, a sudden 1-2 violent upper half. Let's watch it again one more time. So 1-2. Get him sitting inside, make sure I'm accelerating out of the break, and make sure I come back to this ball. Okay, so now we're going to look at some blocking film right now. We're going to talk about one thing that receivers need to do anytime they're blocking. And when we block, how we got to make it look like a route. So comes off, gives us a little hesitation, then he gets his feet working. Gets his DB sitting on his heels, and then gets a pancake out of it. That's a great job here. Now we're going to talk about how we could use this in a game scenario for you guys. So off the line, he kind of gives this little hesitation hop right here, right? Now maybe what we do a couple times, guys, if the ball's not coming to us, let's say our job's just to run this DB off, right, get him out of the play. I maybe give him the same hesitation. I give him a move right here, and then I take up vertical, right, just to get him thinking, right? If we get that DB to think, we've already won, right? So I take this hesitation, DB's sitting flat-footed, he's expecting a route, right? I close the gap with him, he's on his heels, and then I attack, right? Then when I attack at him, I'm shooting my hips here, I'm driving up, but the main thing about it, receivers, is we always want to keep a strong base, and we always want to keep my feet moving. And you see he's driving with his feet, going forward, gets that DB on his heels. That's a great job here by Chase Claypool working this blocking technique. So again, guys, make everything look like a route. Make it look like a route. I'm coming off, hesitating. I address him. I shoot my hips at him. I keep a strong base, and I'm driving my feet. When you're a bigger receiver, guys, should be easy to block, right? Should be easy to block as long as I keep my feet moving and I stay in a strong base. What happens is guys get over anxious and they'll run up, their feet get real narrow, and then they get juked out, or their feet stop moving, and then all the DB has to do is just throw him by, and then he go makes a tackle, right? I got to keep my feet moving. I got to keep a strong base. Let's watch it again one more time. So hesitate, coming at him, get those feet working. Great job by Chase Claypool here. All right, so now we're going to be talking about this out route that he runs, and he's going to sell this thing, little hesitation, then he's going to go 3 steps to the inside here, almost like a reverse diamond release, get this DB to open up, and we're going to swat this off arm. So let's watch it right here. Hesitate, 1, 2, 3, swats that arm off, point of control, then catch this ball for a touchdown. So this is a great job here. A little hesitation. Now, what does this hesitation do? Gets this DB just sitting flat-footed, right? His feet aren't moving. We're just gathering information here, trying to change up the tempo a little bit with my route, taking this hesitation. Now he's going to take off here 1 step. That's his first step. And look where his eyes go and look where his body goes, to the inside. Now, what's this DB? If you commit to a side, the DB has to turn. He's not going to shuffle with you forever, right? I know they like to think that they could just shuffle with us and mirror us, but when we're going fast off the line, he has to turn, right? This DB has to 100% turn when I'm going fast, because he does not want to just give up the inside of the field. It is not fun playing man coverage, chasing a much bigger guy, faster guy all the way across the field when you got 50 yards to work with, right? So again, gives us a little hesitation. 1, 2, 3. Now what does he do here? He swats the back of his shoulder. You can see this left hand here. That's a point of control. His point of control is the back of his shoulder or that elbow. Those are the 2 points of control that I want to hit, that I want to be able to swat him by, and that's going to get us some space, right? And you see when we're physical, we do that. Now, what a lot of receivers do right here is before they swat, they bring their chest up and they start to lean back, right? I don't want to lean back, and look what Claypool does. He doesn't lean back. It's just violent. He's able to drop right on a dime, 1, 2, swat him by, and then here, great job accelerating out. I want to continue to get separation even if this guy's on the floor. Great job by Chase Claypool. Let's watch it full speed one more time. So again, hesitate, 1, 2, 3, swat him by, accelerate off this thing. Great job here by Chase Claypool running this out route. All right, guys, I really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, guys. Again, if you want me to take a look at your film, I know it's tough to get outside right now, but if you got any kind of clips, highlights from the past season, and you want me to break it down, check out that link in the description, guys, and please leave in the comments any questions you guys have. I'll make sure to get back to you, and I'll see you guys next time.